Once upon a time in the small, peaceful town of Willowbrook lived a young girl named Lily. Lily was a bright, cheerful soul who loved to dance, draw, and dream about her future. However, she had one persistent problem. She constantly compared herself to others. Every time she saw her classmates excelling in sports, music, or academics, she felt she was falling short. She'd look at her friends' social media posts, envy their perfect lives, and secretly wonder why she couldn't be as talented, popular, or successful as them. Lily's biggest source of comparison was her best friend, Sarah. Sarah seemed to do everything effortlessly. She was the star of the school play, the captain of the cheerleading squad, and always had a new, fashionable outfit. Lily admired her but couldn't help feeling jealous. Why can't I be like Sarah? She often wondered. This constant comparison made Lily doubt herself, her abilities, and her worth. Instead of celebrating her own strengths, she dwelled on her shortcomings, which only made her feel more insecure and unhappy. One day, Lily's teacher, Mrs. Carter, noticed her withdrawn demeanor and tired eyes. During class, she gently asked Lily, "What's bothering you, sweetheart?" Lily hesitated, but then opened up. I just feel like I'm not good enough. I see everyone doing great things, and I can't help feeling I'll never be as good as them." Mrs. Carter smiled kindly. "Lily, I want to tell you a story." She paused, making sure she had Lily's full attention. There was once a beautiful garden full of many different flowers. Some flowers were tall and bright, like sunflowers and roses, admired by everyone. Others were smaller, like daisies and violets, quietly growing and spreading their own unique scent. But none of these flowers were better or worse than the others. They simply had different qualities that made the garden vibrant and lovely. Mrs. Carter looked directly at Lily. You see, everyone has their own unique qualities and talents. Comparing yourself to others is like comparing a sunflower to a violet. They are both beautiful, but in their own way. Your job isn't to be like everyone else, but to discover your own special spark and blossom in your own time. That story stayed with Lily. Over the next few days, she started to reflect on her own abilities and passions. She realized she loved to paint and create stories, even if she wasn't the best in her class. She remembered how her drawings made her happy and proud, regardless of what others thought. She also remembered the times she helped her younger brother with homework or cheered up her friends. These were her strengths, the things that made her unique. Lily's mom noticed her new attitude and encouraged her. Be proud of who you are, Lily. Your worth doesn't depend on how you compare to others. It depends on what you believe about yourself and the kindness you show. As Lily embraced her own qualities, she felt a newfound confidence. She started sharing her artwork, participating more in class, and celebrating her progress rather than dwelling on others' successes. She learned to see her classmates' achievements not as threats, but as inspiration. One afternoon, Lily was at the park, sketching the scenery. Her friend Sarah came over, holding a trophy from a recent competition. "Wow, Lily! Look at this!" Sarah exclaimed, showing her the trophy. Lily smiled sincerely. "That's amazing, Sarah. I'm proud of you." She felt genuine happiness for her friend's success, knowing she didn't need to compare herself anymore. Over time, Lily discovered that life was much more joyful when she celebrated her own growth instead of measuring herself against others. She realized that everyone is on a different journey, with their own battles and victories. Comparing only distracted her from appreciating her own path. The most important lesson Lily learned was that she was enough just as she was. Her self-worth was not connected to how she stacked up against others, but to her own efforts, kindness, and perseverance. When she stopped comparing herself, she started to enjoy life more, make genuine connections, and develop her talents without fear or doubt. In Willowbrook, Lily's story became an inspiration for others who struggled with similar feelings. She shared her experience with her friends, encouraging everyone to recognize their own value. And in doing so, she helped foster a community where everyone could blossom in their own way, just like the flowers in Mrs. Carter's beautiful garden. From that day on, Lily's smile was brighter, her spirit more confident, and her heart more grateful for the unique person she was. She learned that the only comparison that truly matters is the one she makes with her past self, constantly growing, improving, and becoming the best version of herself. And that is the greatest lesson of all. Stop comparing yourself to others and start celebrating who you are.